once been a spy. She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, an anti-personnel mind in human form. Her friends called her Herschel, but for her controllers, she was Cascade.
Your name and your cryptonym. A dead limb twitches.
Portofino 91, the whole sick crew, a disaster untold, the black page in the official records.
The memory hums, an exposed wire.
None at all. Yet here we are, standing over the smashed and leaking world. She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever, most thought. Even in those dark days, there were whispers among the lower sub-levels, where they keep the true believers. Don't. 5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino. Because I asked them to. There's a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief. Right here, in an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop in the city-state of Portofino. No one special, just an arm-like sac of cytoplasm, a special move unique to single-cell organisms. But before that, I was like you, a spy for the People's Republics. One of the varieties of... This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come. One that could really turn things around. For you, of course. Independent thought and movement.
This was the human game, and he played it poorly. Time to give up his seat.
Too late, operant. I'm smashed and leaking. Whatever happens has already happened.
Splayed on the chair before you. Alive, yet not alive. A pair of headphones of no response. His eyes are still fixed glassily on the ceiling. You get no response. No. As you stare down at him, the man begins to draw. Your fingers detect a low, steady hum where jaw meets neck, elevated. When in theatre, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed. Then the body is disobedient and must be brought to order. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges. If so, he will have to become something else. However he ended up like this. Clipped to the inside flap of his jacket, you find a laminated. The name reads Esterman T. Below that, a sock merchant, one of the opera's most battle-tested covers. That's what the badge says. This is only a cover, but such phantoms often mimic the Operant Bureau's actual hierarchies. Notably absent is an actual phone number. Into your pocket it goes. This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk, a start in the Operant Bureau's elaborate filing system. A small label in the top. The color reminds you of... Your hand hesitates. The folder opens with a whoosh. Name Wilk Herschel, cryptonym Cascade. Born Landau, former Republic of Mercia. Dependents. All true. None of it useful. There's another page behind this one. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site. Amidst the crumpled sheets of copper, smokes ease of mind. Cool. There's nothing outwardly noteworthy except secreted neatly against the inner wall of the pack, just as you were once taught to do yourself. The jup will. The pack slides nicely into your pocket, as though it always belonged there. Memories of operant training, hours spent practicing modular addition. These mental muscles, long atrophied, begin to... All it requires is patience and diligence. There's nothing left in there. Following the cord from the a prototype 0909 50-watt with multi-disc changer. Through the translucent, you don't recognize the artist. So is the disc. Ready. The chunky button the plastic latch clicks into place, and the discus begins. It doesn't appear to be. The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shift, a brief internal. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket. You step away from the equipment. You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates. Before you even finish speaking the word, the device connected to your phone base. The magic box. One of the proudest achieved. Half a world away. A familiar voice splits in.
Please tell me you have good news.
The voice of authority. Otherwise known as your controller.
Operant, you made it. Your voice had...
Her voice is just as you remember.
We'll get to catch-ups later. Puts you...
You glance over at the man in the chair. A snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side. You feel your mind starting to spin up. 5,000 revolutions per minute. For a moment, no one says anything. There's no...
Has he been zeroed out?
Meaning eliminated. The language of distance. A measure of cotton to muffle the fear.
So what? Your cover was meant to be sock importers. Excuse me, why the fuck are we talking about socks? We're not getting anywhere with this. I'll ask one more time. Is your double...
You must speak the word. She cannot... Once you say it, there's no going back. The momentum of events will overtake you.
Right. I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? The opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to Satellite Facility B.
AKA the freezer, where the oldie, the freezer, shiver, resist.
That's exactly the problem. You haven't got pseudopod and you haven't got the assignment either. Listen to me. The woman in the photo shop downstairs, Constance. She's one of ours. Let her deal with pseudopod.
Middle-aged woman, dark hair behind the counter. You exchanged a few words when she gave you the key.
Do not tell her anything she doesn't need to know. As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
Already your mind is settling back into familiar grooves. Old mechanism. That numberless phone line may be worth investigating. They won't be expecting you back in the People's Republics for several days. Plenty of time for some self-directed espionage.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, what are you guys doing? Oh, you're getting your freebie dinner night out, your date night free dinner. Oh my god, what were they trying to sell this time? Oh my god, could you put stem cells in your butt if you have a pain in the ass? Did, did you raise your hand and ask about what if your dingling has some pain? Oh my god. How long did you have to listen to him talk before you could eat? Oh my god, he was trying to burn you guys down. Oh yeah. I guess you'd have to calculate how many hours per dollar per dinner. Oh my god. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I know, you told me about it before, that's why I was... Wow. Wow. did you ask what if I just pray to Jesus? Will that heal me? Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, but yeah. I don't. I think you would have recognized if it was a real. It might have been just he asked for a hug for anyone that walks by. Did you get any veteran discount? And you have and you have a gravestone that's out of the ground? Yeah, but what I mean is it's not like in Henderson where all the gravestones are in the ground. Yeah. And then on the and then on the back, did you put like "fuck my brother Lester"? That guy's asshole. Why did you put yourself through that uh, horrible 3 times a day today? I don't. Yeah, I don't think AI. Usually, AI doesn't give you the like. You know, when you ask a question like that, I think AI just goes along with whatever you like. I don't think it really. Yeah. Well, hey, that's. No, I think I think on that 15 tariff he can do that or something. Anyways, the good thing is that if he prints out all that stuff that the AI says and he has to read it, then it's less likely he'll call you because he'll be all busy reading.
Can't hear you.
What I mean is,
I'm driving, you cut out.
oh well, then you're driving in the mountain. No, what I'm talking about is if Lester gets all of that AI stuff to read, then it'll be less likely he'll call you.
Yeah, he sent me 4 or 5 different things from AI on Flash. He says, did you get that? I said, yeah, I got it. He says, well, you don't have to read it. I said, I'm done with my deck. I don't want to read it. I said, you're going to have to decide what you want to do. Well, I got another estimate coming tomorrow. I'm getting about 4 or 5 estimates. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to give up. It's just like a car, like buying a Lexus or whatever. I said, hey, your Lexus and a Toyota Camry have the exact same motor and transmission. You're just paying for a name. What? Yeah. It's the same, identical. It's interchangeable parts. You know? Here, all that.
Well, that he bought the force. That you bought a 4-cylinder Lexus, I agree.
Exactly.
A 4-cylinder Lexus, you're an idiot to buy that.
Yeah, I told him that Christy had a 6-cylinder Lexus and she wanted to buy another 6-cylinder Lexus, so she bought a used one. And he bought a used one from the dealership. It was a demo car or something that he got a bunch of money knocked off of it. He's just paying for the name. His car rides rough. Yeah, I was shocked. They beef up the 6-cylinders because the motor weighs more. And so I got that squared away.
I never heard of a 4-cylinder Lexus unless you're buying like a turbocharged smaller car or something. Yeah, you're not gonna buy the regular size Lexus with the small engine in it. It defeats the purpose of even owning one.
Yeah, I think so. So then I'm researching my cancer bills because I got a bill for about $1,600 in the mail. So I spent a couple hours this morning trying to research that, trying to find help. And the cutoff point is 63,000. Well, my pay from the city is 60,000. I have to take in all my bank records, all my stocks, my checking accounts, all that crap to show that I make less than 63,000. And they count both our incomes. Yeah. So I'm screwed. So I gotta pay 1,600 a month for November, December, and then January, and then starting this year, I gotta pay 1,600 a month until I get $4,000 paid, and then it's free from then on, according to that's my co-payment. After 4,000, I don't have to pay. Then next year it starts over again.
Is that in regards? Is it in regards to the college thing?
Eugene, it's just for the shots. No, I get the shots for free. This is for the hospital part of it. The shots that they give me in my ass.
Yeah, that. So you're paying because you're at the hospital? That's the part you're paying for?
Yeah, it's the medical, yeah, it's the shots. I go to the hospital, the bills are like 24,000, and they write off most of it, and then what the insurance pays is like 3,500, and then my co-payment amount is 800 each time I go. Each month I go. So that's what it is, about 800. So I got a bill for 1,600. So then I called her and I said, what else can I do? Can I get cash payment? She said you can make payments, but if you pay it up front, you get 10% discount. I said, okay, well put me down for 10% discount. I'll send you a check. I said, it's just unfortunate that I got sick at the end of the year that I got to pay 4,000 for last year and then 4,000 for the new year starting in January. So I screwed myself. I should have waited till January.
Well, yeah, the doctor should have told you, hey, wait till January because you don't want to have to pay all this money just to live.
But I couldn't pay in September, so I had to go see him.
I don't know. I guess when you call Lester up, you should call Lester up and ask him how come Trump ain't helping you on paying bills for cancer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, why ain't he looking into that instead of Taros? Why can't I, like, not have to go broke trying to stay alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the foundation at UT is paying for they're paying for my pills.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing I'm asking is why does the foundation have to pay for the pills too? You know, like, why is, you know what I mean? Like, what are the pills made of gold? Meaning, why as a patient do I have to have a foundation pay for me to live, and then I have to pay out of my pocket because I have this amount of money? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really a shitty situation that's what Trump should be looking into, not this whole thing about, at least for cancer, I reckon.
Well, even lowered all the drug prices. Lowering the prices would be a real help. So I went to Walmart and I said, is there any equivalent to this Abatron I take? And he looked it up. He said, yeah, this one here possibly is a replacement for it. I said, how much is that for a 90 days supply? $191. Mine's about $800 a month.
Oh,
It's all big rip off, that's what I think.
so did they find one? So did you find one that's cheaper?
Well, I haven't asked the doctor about it yet. We see the doctor next month.
Do you need to go to Canada or something? You gotta go to Canada each month to buy some drugs?
They made a night said they can treat cancer with these shots. And I said, oh, he said, we did this in some trial runs and the people were healed. I said, oh, I raised my hand. I said, you guys doing any more trial runs? He says, oh, for what? I said, well, I got stage 4 cancer. Can you do a trial run on me and see if it works? Well, we'd have to talk to you later about that. He said,
That means
this guy Googled it, and he come over. He said, "Hey," he says, "I don't want to get into your business. The Vanderbilt University in Nashville, they do stem cell shots for cancer." I said, "Oh, no kidding." I said, "Oh, well, thank you very much." I said, "When I get home, I appreciate that. I'll give them a call, see what they can do for me."
oh, what?
Yeah, some people were pretty outspoken at this meeting. I mean, a lot of them. Oh, they had a lot of questions, but he's got the answers. And then the guy sitting next to your dad, we watched him park his new Camaro convertible.
Yeah, and that guy is at that stem cell because he has a brand new Camaro, so his back hurts because he tries to get out of the freaking car.
Yeah. No, he's like Justin. He backs into the parking space. He backed up 3 different. First he went in a parking space. They didn't like it. He went back in another parking space. 3 times he had to go forward and back up 3 times. Finally get in there and it's parked crooked.
The same parking space or 3 different parking spaces?
No, two different parking spaces. Your dad had to wait to see who was going to get out of the. I said it was either an old lady or an old man or somebody. Yeah, he was like 78 or 79. He was.
Well, you know, sometimes with the fancy car, you pull in crooked into the parking space, and then you can turn the wheels a certain way, so it looks like a Hot Wheel car. You know what I mean? Like I'm a pimp daddy because I parked my car crooked, and then I turned the wheels all the way one way, and then it looks like your car is smiling at everybody. There's some bullshit like that.
It's a convertible. He traded in a 65 Mustang convertible for this car.
Wow. He's trying to get himself a hot mama.
He's already got one. His wife's in England
Oh, okay.
doing designing submarines for England or something. She's some kind of engineer. She's an engineer. Yeah, he was a funny guy. He's doing
okay. That's cool.
Yeah, your dad had, yeah, it was. It made it a lot. So the neighbor said, what time do you want to meet with us tomorrow? And I had to check it. We need to discuss this further between ourselves. Because he can inject stem cells in Barb's knee and it'll grow collagen. Oh, it's amazing what this stuff does, man.
Yeah, but I don't know if I believe it all.
If you accept it, you
I don't.
gotta be accepted too.
Yeah, but I don't believe it. I think it's all horseshit. Otherwise, it would be in the medical. Otherwise, drug companies would hijack it and make it cost like 100 times more than it is, and have a foundation pay for it. You know, if it was real, man, the drug companies ain't gonna let that shit go. They'll be.
How come doctors aren't using stem cells and giving people shots then?
That's.
You know, well, it's not the normal service that they would want to offer because there's not as much money as what they're pushing now. Because if you get well, they don't have anything else to fall back on.
Yeah, I don't believe. Yeah, I don't believe that either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there must be some the stem cell shots because Vanderbilt's doing it. They're a prestigious cancer center, you know.
Yeah.
And they're in Nashville, so I might give them a call and ask, how do you be a candidate for that?
Yeah. Well.
I can fire my doctor here in town.
Well, I don't know about. No, if you go, we could fly into Nashville if you have to go. If you really go there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we seen Dad and I drove up to the cemetery today, so we seen
Southwest Airlines.
big sign, yes, open March 5th.
Yeah, for them to fly.
Yes,
Yeah.
March 5th.
Yeah, that's when it
Big
opens.
sign
Yeah.
welcoming, they're welcoming Southwest.
Yeah.
So I got that cemetery thing about 85% resolved. And for Barb and I, everything's free up there.
So are you gonna be? Is it? What, are you gonna be cremated or your body?
Well, cremated. They don't do cremation there. You gotta get cremated at some other place and they bring the ashes there and bury them for you.
No, that's what I mean. You'll be cremated and then put into the ground.
Yeah, getting close. So, but it was good to find that out today anyway, so. Then I worked on my deck today. I called the guy and I says, hey, we had a lot of rain. The back beam is sinking into the ground and it's not touching the top joist that it's supposed to be holding up. Oh, I never heard of that. He said, I've never had that problem before. Let me call you back. So he sends me a text. Don't walk on it.
Don't go out there.
And then I called the neighbor. I says, who's the name of the plumber doing your work over there? I'm like, I don't know his phone number or nothing. She gives me the phone number. Because she said, oh, you want to go in on it? It'd be about $1,600. That's what she told me.
Yeah.
I looked for her for anything. So I called the guy up. I said, hey, you're the contractor down here next door. Oh, yeah. We're going to put in a water line for her over there about 800 feet. When the weather warms up, right now it's freezing out. Well, snow today a little bit. Is we're waiting for the weather to warm up. We can't do that while it's freezing.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to call and see what you're actually doing. He says, well, your lines are 1.5 inches apart. And we thought if you wanted, we could do both your lines. I says, well, if I don't have a leak, I was thinking 50-50 wouldn't be fair because I don't have a leak. Can you tell me how much it might be for me if I was to have another line put in the same area? And you
Yeah.
And if she's paying $1,600, I thought they'd be like $300-400. I'd do it. But no fuck you. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
I need the money for cancer treatment.
Yeah, you need the money to stay alive so that you can see a water leak in the future.
Yeah, so that's what I called around today to find out how I qualify for. We paid that co-payment on that. If you make less than, you and your wife make less than 63,000. I said, at least yeah.
Can you believe they? Can you believe they know the number? Like they know the number to pick where more people have to pay than less people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got the parameters set up here.
Yeah, they know the numbers to make sure that. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. But you just have to stay well.
Yeah, good luck on that.
Just don't drink Pepsi.
I stopped drinking soda January 1st. I haven't had none.
Have you noticed? Did you lose weight after that? Or you still
Well,
$11 boxes of cereal for breakfast?
no. You know what I notice is I don't wake up to go to the bathroom that much at night, right? So I'm in the bed longer at night. And then what I notice is I have more dreams than before. You know, like,
Dreaming is caused by the house temperature.
well, no, like if I don't eat a lot of sugar or say drink a lot of soda where it's a lot of sugar and then like you're in a sugar coma sleeping and then you don't dream at all, right? But if I was just regular, so now that I'm just regular, I'm dreaming more. It reminds me of when I was a kid because, you know, when I was younger, I would dream more. You know what I'm saying? And then when I...
Depends if you're having good dreams or bad dreams.
Well, yeah, they're all whatever dream. Part of my issue is I'm like, this dream is too long. You know, like when I'm dreaming, I'm like, when does this dream end? It seems like it, like I'm getting I'm getting upset in my dream. Like this is going on too long. So I do notice a difference in not having to go to the restroom as much, and you know, dreaming is when you're in a deeper sleep, so it's all turning out good.
Well, I've been dreaming occasionally, but like last night we were watching this John Wayne movie when he was flying the F-100s. The movie was made in 1957.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it, you know, all these old planes. And so we watched half the movie the other night. Well, then I'm trying to watch the rest of it. Well, by the time it over last night, it was like 11:30 at night. I said, what the hell? Well, then I go to
Hey, so on the deck, is it all finished then?
Well, he says, the way this works is you pay for it, then we come back and pour the concrete. So the holes are dug, and everything's built. They finished building it. And so now the beam they put in that house is held up by a little piece of plywood on each end, and that dirt's loose. So it went down into the mud. So now that beam is just fell off away from the joist underneath. So it's not holding, it's just for looks. I told him, I said, well, they might turn this down. Yeah, he says, just don't walk on it. So I don't know what that means. I said, I can go out and fix it in an hour and just jack it up so it's tight. And the inspector might pass it. Or she said, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Let them figure it out.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll get mad if it. Yeah.
So what I have to just wait and see. And then stage it later. Yeah, Lester's gonna spend a ton of money. You know, I haven't talked to him. He says, well, pretty soon I'm gonna be tired. I'll just give up. Get it done.
Hey, is he trying to make a deck like yours?
Yeah, about 34 square feet than mine, so about 35 more square feet than mine is size-wise.
Did he say why? Did he say why he wanted a deck?
Well, I told him one time I'm building a deck. Why don't you build a deck and use it and spend your money on it? He's already got a deck out to the back door. It's about 6 by 6 or 8 by 8. So it's really small.
Yeah.
Two chairs and a table, that's it. So they can rip that out and throw it away. And he said he's going to build 16 by something, but he don't want it attached to his house because he wasn't able to get to his siding. Well, whatever. So he's going to have a foot or two between the deck and the house. I said, what are you going to do with that space? Well, I'll just throw gravel in it. I said, okay.
Wow.
So I don't try to convince him of nothing anymore.
No, that's too hard.
Yeah, Mark was listening on the phones. He says, he don't even hear what she told him. I said, I know.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
So he's on a roll.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So I give him a lecture about he's so impressed with this guy showed him this last salesman. I says, what you're going to do is just pick the product. It's not the product. You're going to just end up picking the best salesman. I said, you're going to Lowe's and research what they have. Why do you want the product to last 30 years? And it's going to sell the house and give it to somebody else anyway. So, you don't understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care how much he spends, it don't matter.
No. It don't. He don't even care how much he's gonna spend.
Oh yeah, he said everything up there costs more. I said, well, I got prices from 9,000, 32,000 for the same deck. Then pick the one you want. Pick the size, pick the price you want, you know. You gotta study the product first and figure out what they're doing.
Yeah. And then plus, don't worry about the workers that might.
Yeah, that too.
Don't worry about who's gonna be doing the work.
Yeah, I got a kick out of it. He's just, he's just a typical teacher. I don't know what his problem is. He don't listen. He don't listen to what I'm saying. He just goes on and on. Last time I called him, he went on and on about AI and what he had yesterday. He's got 2 pages to read about these products.
He doesn't want to watch The View.
No, he refused to watch it. I says, well, I watch it because Donald Trump's on there, and I can't watch Fox News, but I can watch The View. And they showed Trump and belly aching about the judges ruled against him.
Hey, I was went to the park because I was walking around the park and then walk up that mountain thing there, and but I was watching TikTok. So TikTok came on where ABC News, all the news outlets have TikTok in their thing, right? So they're showing Trump and Trump's wherever he's at, but it has to do with all of them families that their loved ones got murdered by illegal aliens and stuff, right? So he's there, and then he's inviting up like this person, that person that has had their family member murdered, right? And then the person gives their story about whatever happened to them and their family and this and that. But what was funny was, at first Trump's like, hey, this is kind of bad that he starts off like, yeah, they're letting the bad guys out of jail. Like when they capture them, they should transfer them to ICE, but they're letting them back into the populace, and they're murdering people, that. And then he brings up, but at some point later into the thing, after maybe 3 or 4 or 5 people talked and they sat down, then he goes about how the election was stolen. He's bellyaching about how they stole the election, but like, why would you transfer into when you're trying to like get sympathy for people that have lost their loved ones on murder, and then he can't help it. You got to be talking about how he got ripped off or some shit.
He started talking about Obama all the time, how bad he was, how bad he messed up the economy and everything. How they stole the election in 2016. Who cares, man? He's president now. Move on.
No. And the other thing that's crazy is like, hey man, when you weren't president and you were just Trump, right? Back in the days of whatever, right? No one gave a shit about you at all back then either. No one liked you. It's not like anyone, if you brought up Trump like 10 years ago or before he was really running for president type of thing, right? No one ever was like, oh my God, Trump is a cool guy, right? No one ever said that shit. Like before his stupid like you're fired show, no one gave a shit about Trump or even talked about him or even cared about him or even thought he was good at whatever. Like how you have billionaires and you're like, yeah, that Jeff Bezos, he did good, right? Or like because of his idea but no one ever thought of Trump as like, oh my God, that guy's cool. Never. No one ever thought he was cool 20 years ago. I don't get it, so.
Well, they said his name was mentioned in the Epstein files down there on the island, more than Jesus' name was mentioned in the Bible.
Yeah, I know they were making fun of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I don't know, but I think he's a real jerk. That's what I told Lester. I'll send you 264 things that he's done for this country. I said, don't send it to me. I said, I know he's done a lot of things for the country, but as a human being, he's still a jerk. He thinks he's the king. And,
Yeah.
that's what they were talking about today on The View. They're nervous about what he's going to do in Iraq. Start a war. He can start a war anytime he wants to and thinks he can win because he went into Venezuela. Took that guy out. He wants regime change in Iraq because they killed 35. They shot 35,000.
Well,
So far.
I agree on like, yeah, you gotta. Iran used to be a cool country. Now it's a shithole. Like it used to be good before the revolution. Now the president, the Shah of Iran at the time, he was kind of like a dirtbag. He didn't really share the money, but at the same time, I was watching
He had everybody under control.
No, but I was watching a documentary where it was, or on TikTok, wherever, but they were showing how at the time of the Shah only had like 25% of the oil money coming into the country, where 70% was taken by Britain, by the British, because the British were the ones that put in the infrastructure to drill the oil. So the British were actually sucking more of the profits of Iran than the actual Shah was. So that was part of the problem. Like the money wasn't all of Iran's money; it was being siphoned off by the British. So that's one reason why everyone got mad. Leading up to the revolution, where the Shah of Iran was spending money out of control, like he wasn't really helping his people either.
Well, the same thing in Venezuela. That money doesn't trickle down to the people, and the oil wells were
The difference.
They took them over.
Well, the difference was that the difference was it was our oil infrastructure, and you're not allowed to dick with us. But Iran, I don't.
Back, it says, will you CEOs take over the pumping of your own wells again and your infrastructure and fix it? The one guy was asked it, and he says, I already fixed it twice. I don't know if I'm going to do this a third time or not. I have to get it some fine.
Well, no, yeah. The problem is that you have to go in and repair the infrastructure because the oil that they were pumping, it was super low compared to what they could do because they let all of the equipment just rot out, like where it's not used anymore or any good. So it is true, the oil companies would be skeptical on redoing it. Hey, but in regards to Iran, look, we already bombed Iran, and they didn't even know that we were there in their country bombing them. Like, they didn't even know that it happened until the bombs actually fell on their heads. So I don't know. They can say that they have all that equipment from Russia or whatever they got, but it's already been proven that them boys down in what country is that again? Argentina? What? No.
Venezuela?
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, it's already been proven that Venezuela had a bunch of fucking Russian assets, meaning Russian gear.
Weapons?
Yeah, all of that, right? And we just flew right in and flew right out. And they didn't ever shoot a thing. So all these people that are trying to say that it's going to be hard for America. Look, we're just going to carpet bomb the whole country until they give up, or go in and arrest the Ayatollah, whatever. I don't. The bigger part is we got that problem on the aircraft carrier. The shitters are all backed up. Did you see that?
What's backed up?
The crappers.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's an issue. I think in Venezuela, because we got an aircraft carrier down there, and it's one of the newer ones. But they have an issue where the people are waiting in line to take a shit, like long lines, because all of the sewage is backing up or something. There's something wrong with the plumbing.
They can use a bucket and throw it overboard. What the fuck?
That's what I thought. Like, you could just shit in the bucket and throw it all overboard. I don't know why they're all waiting in line to go. I don't get it. Don't it get dark at night and you just shit? I don't get it.
They want to be politically correct.
Well, no, because you got girls on the boat now, so you have to make sure that they're not shitting in a bucket in front of men or some shit like that.
That's the problem.
Well, yeah, but a problem for the women, yeah. But I don't get why the guys are waiting in line, where the guys should be shitting in a bucket and just throwing it over. Why would the guys care? As a guy, why would you care where you're shitting as long as you got the shit, right?
They got orders to fall.
Oh, the order is not allowed to. Oh, okay. That's okay. Granted, that's an order that I gotta wait in line to shit. That I can't shit in the bucket, throw it over. But is that an illegal order? Look, look. It's hard. Look, when you're in the Caribbean and you have to take a shit, it's hard to line up the target on the drug boat running the drugs to blow it up if I have to shit. So I should be able to go shit in a bucket, throw it over, so I can get back to my duty station and push the button to blow up the drug boat. So I'm not quite sure what is the illegal order at that point.
What would they do if it was if they had diarrhea?
Yeah,
They got a problem.
that's what I'm
If the
saying.
flu broke out, you got 50 guys have diarrhea, they got a problem.
Yeah, how we and
They
then
shit everywhere. Get them off.
and then all the drug boats get through. I don't know, man. I don't. Iran. I don't know why the leader of Iran is like tempting us. Like, why do these countries like they don't know that we're gonna kill them? we have so much shit to kill you. Why? Like Japan bombed us. And they're like, oh, we think we awakened a giant, or what, or waking up the whatever, right? Like, come on, guys. Hey, did you see that picture? There was a picture going around because you know USA hockey men's and women, they both won gold, right? And then the USA men's team played the Canadian team for the gold medal. And then there's a picture, probably on X or whatever. There's a picture that shows the Canadian flag flying half-mast, right? Now, I don't know why it's flying half-mast, right? The flag, right?
Well, they died.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know if it's for the hockey or because that guy shut up the school or whatever the fuck. Anyways, it's funny. So the Canadian flag is flown at half-mast, and then there's an eagle on top of the pole. If I find the picture, I'll send it to you. The eagle is on top of the pole.
That's kind of ironic.
Yeah, if I find it, I'll send it to you. It's funny.
Yeah, that is ironic.
Yeah.
They were talking on the deal about all these Bush and sending all these aircraft carriers out there beside Iran. And he's talking real stupid. He just does that to scare them. But he's negotiating with them. And if the negotiations break down, and don't tell them what he might do. They're concerned about all those satellite offices that Iran has. They can flick damage on a lot of our troops over there and the foreign bases all around Europe and different places. They can just raise a lot. I know with our people just slow.
Yeah, but I seen we're pulling our guys out of Syria, so that's a good deal. We are pulling our guys away from places that they shouldn't kind of be. You know what I mean? Like where they're an easy target. Because the guys in Syria have been an easy target.
They did a report on 60 Minutes where they have South Africa is killing the farmers. And what do they call that? It's not, what's not mayhem, it's some other genocide.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to say.
South
Yeah.
Africa. Trump said they're killing all the farmers down there. So they showed all the white South Africans coming right into the United States. They show them at the airport. He's taking them all into our country to get them out of the genocide.
Yeah, because they're the white people that own the farms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so they left the farms, or husbands got killed, this and that. Then one guy down there, he walking around with a pistol. He's still farming. He says, I'm not leaving. He says, that's why I carry my pistol, just in case. But so they go down and they interview these people down there, that big news people or whoever they are, and keep track of everything. He said, we don't have genocide. These are bands of people that go around and rob you, whether you're white or black. They don't report all the black people's getting robbed and killed. And what we have, just a few farmers that got killed and robbed. They rob them and kill them both. And they're not taking their land. He said, this is taking their money. And he says, it's not genocide. It's just, it's a normal black people commit crimes here because they're the biggest population. So the white people end up being like 8 or 0.8% of the population down
Yeah,
there.
like the super minority. Yeah.
And they're not singling them out. They're just robbing and stealing from and killing everybody because it's out of control down there. That's what the guy was trying to explain. He says, Trump's using the word genocide and bringing them all into the United States. Well, so they're criticizing him for doing that, I guess, because it's nothing really unusual for that area for all these people to be getting robbed and killed. It's just everyday situation.
Yeah, so does that make South Africa a shithole country?
Oh, I think it's gotten shitty. They showed some of the big farms and tractors they're using. They're really well mechanized, but the white people own, I don't know, 30-40% of the area there. Blacks don't own anything. So they're pissed off.
Yeah,
They get percentages of how much
Yeah, they own everything. Yeah, whoever stays there or whoever's left behind. Yeah, it's a shitty. I don't know, man. Africa's a nightmare. There's no fixing it or helping it. I don't get it. Except for Putin, he's recruiting all the Africans to go fight in the war.
I told Johnny called the other day complaining about his oil change.
What's wrong with the oil change?
Well, we got a special. You go down to the dealership, you get an oil change fairly cheap. So he went down and got that. When he pulled in, he says, I don't want my car washed. Well, the guy didn't say too much. So he gets the oil change. He's waiting, so he starts walking around. He goes out back. His car's in the line to get washed. This guy's washing cars one at a time. He goes over and talks to him, says, hey, I told you not to wash my car. He says, well, I don't know nothing about that. So he calls the front office. He says, I told you guys not to wash my cars. I want my damn car. I'll wash it myself. I got time to hang around here. I got stuff to do at home.
Yeah, okay.
So he says, I want my car right now. Take it out of the line. And he asked the guy, what do you get paid? He says, $5 a car. He says, well, you're not getting paid for this one. Bart says he could have gave the guy $5 to take the car, but he's too damn cheap. He ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I could have just. Yeah.
So he talked to me about 15 minutes about that rigmarole that he had down there at the dealership because he's got shit to do at home and he got time for all this bullshit down there waiting on getting the car washed. What an asshole.
Yeah. And what does he got to do at home except drink?
He's sorting boxes. He told me he's sorting stuff, whatever, something else. He got so much snow he can't do anything outside.
Yeah. And then, but he's not sorting to get rid of stuff. He's sorting just to make it more compact to put more stuff.
And then he had a broken door handle on the
Did
side.
hey,
He
did
made a big deal. He made a big deal about that going all around. The guy said it'd be about 3 weeks. You have to order one for him. You got one somewhere. Had a guy put it on. He worked pretty hard on that. Tell me all about that rigmarole he had to go through to get a door handle put on the door of the soup. I said, well, whatever. They give him something to do.
he got to watch that? What's the comedian that did this stuff?
George Carlin?
Yeah, he got to watch that George Carlin skit about stuff.
Yeah, no, I gave up on him a long time ago.
You mean he's not gonna? He don't even think George Carlin's funny?
I don't ask him about George Carlin. He probably does think he's funny, but he can't relate it to himself. If he did that article about stuff, that wouldn't pertain to him. He's got important stuff, not stuff.
Oh, just not stuff that you put in your. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Everything he has is really important.
Oh, yeah.
But he don't even know what he's got in his basement. He's got boxes of shit. He don't know what he has.
But it's important stuff.
I said, you got a snowblower? Yeah. He says, I got one of these little carburetor work on it. So I said, get it worked on or work on it myself. Yeah, check it out. I said, oh, you don't have one. That's what I told him.
Yeah, if it's not working, you don't have one. Yeah, that's for
It's
sure.
like my tractor out here. I'm charging it. I can't get it to do anything. Can't get the lights to come on. Can't get it to do nothing. So when I'm talking to the car mechanic here pretty soon, see if he can come out here on a Saturday for $200. If he can fix it in 15 minutes, I'll still give him $200.
Oh, yeah.
I'm lost without my tractor, man. I got stuff to move around. Anyway, these guys built the deck. They washed it off. It looks nice. But they did everything backwards. Because I've been studying online. What they do is you take a string and put it everywhere. You paint your string. You hold this round thing down there on the ground, paint around it. That's where your 6x6 post goes.
Yeah, because then you're building the deck while the posts are in concrete.
You can pour the concrete because the holes are deep enough. Yeah. Yeah. It is freaking drives me crazy to watch them.
Yeah, I know. That's why you gotta go to your happy place that's not at the house watching them work.
I'm gonna tell you how you go up the steps and you got the railings on both sides. At the bottom of the railing, he wants it round, so he took the hat off the other guy used it for a tin plate, put it down on the throughway down there, and drew a line around the hat. That's where he cut it. That's his tin plate for the for the start of the railing. That's what kind of shit is that? These guys can figure out how to solve any problem, right?
Just get a hat.
That's why that guy walked up. Lester don't want no Mexicans working on his job.
Yeah. Good luck on that. No such thing.
Oh well. So that's about it.
Yeah, I'll let you get going then. I'll talk to
Yeah,
you
you want
later.
to talk to Bobby yet? Anything else? That's it.
No, I think that's about it.
What's your wife doing? She's at work.
No, she's watching her basketball games.
Oh, women?
Yeah, the unrivaled league. She's watching that.
Oh,
WNBA hasn't started because they're still in contract problem. But they have another league where they have the women in the league, so.
yeah, that's right. They can't seem to resolve that contract. And be lucky if they ever do, huh?
I don't know, man. They gotta hurry up because they gotta do a draft for the two teams that are coming into the league, and then they gotta do the college draft, and then they gotta do the camps. Like they got a lot of shit coming up here that they gotta start the season.
All they gotta do is have the owners turn loose up a little bit of money and the whole thing gets settled.
Yeah. There's the owners, and then there's the private equity.
The investors, they want more money.
Yeah, the investors. They can't buy them out now since.
Everybody's screwing it up.
Yeah.
It might stand a standstill if they can't come to an agreement. You know, who do they need there to negotiate this? Trump?
Well, that would be funny.
They could record it, make a TV show out of it.
Yeah, hey, they could make a show out of it. Yeah, that'd
They
be
would
fun.
pound the counter. I got this settled. I'm up for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. And then he gets his Peace Prize based off of the WNBA contract being settled. That would be the Peace Prize.
And you know what made this problem here to begin with was Obama.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go.
Okay, talk to you later.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you.
Yeah. Huh? So you can start now.
You've been out of action for 5 years. The opera
Huh?
wouldn't rush sending you back in theatre.
Okay.
Unless... half a moment's hesitation. Then,
Where'd you get that idea?
not a denial. Proceed.
A highly original thesis, also completely... There should still be flights departing for Superblock territory tonight. Make sure you're on one of them. That's a directive, Operant. This assignment is over. Get on the next tram.
Yeah, it is under Foundation. Now he knows. Not until he got the bill for it. Or he got it explained.
If what you're saying is true, enemies abound. Don't get yourself zeroed out.
A click, and the light.
The stereo is right where you left it.
Crimson flashes within it. No sound, save the thin layer. Amateur wire work. Or do you? You can't tell. The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shivers through you. A brief intern. You remove the red disc and return. You step away from the equipment. A pair of men's trousers. If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far. Brown, shapeless. The front and back pockets are completely empty, except one of the many missed. He was trying to smooth out creases with shower steam. You discover a small extra pocket. You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a neatly folded sheet of paper. The page is notebook-sized and perforate. THA space 7. The missing companion to the cipher you discovered in the cigarette. Totally meaningless, yet no meaning can be made without it. We'll be spying harder when you crack this thing. As you turn away, you dial your controller's number. Roaring.
I thought you were headed out. What is it? Now you've heard it. Get moved.
The line goes dead.
Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. You have a wild imagination. A little photo should not count as a crime. It's not like it's a... Don't step too close. They're handing out bans like they're going out of style.
Uh, I don't think I bought ice cream.
What? The what? Cat? You must be huffing photochemicals with this confused woman. Perhaps. Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this extreme stress. I'll now...
That little amber light, it means out of order, and I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning in order.
Just looking at that thing causes you to take psychic.
Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication, as precious to our work as the magic box we installed. You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume.
A dread beast humming with dormant power. A handless scribe. It just needs to be soothed.
Oh, just one thing. How have we done? Will Pseudopod be getting that service medal? Of course, of course. I'll be here if you require. Much better, thank you.
Wrong. The sky is only 98% sky. The other 2% is used to cover up the... But they don't want you to know that. I am Subcommandante Beckman, and this is the reality situation. No brakes, no filters, no cowards.
Okay.
This is a war, and I don't... I know about the wars. Find out what I know by...
Finally, someone with courtesy. Do you know when the night?
A handsome man shifts in place, glancing over his shoulder toward the tram lines. Suitcases surround him.
Ah, sorry to bother you, madame. I suppose not everyone is stranded here like myself. I'm waiting on the 9. I was told it was having some problems.
An exotic air about this man.
Yeah.
Difficult to place.
Home. I was told to take this tram here, line 9.
Enough time to grow accustomed to new surroundings and start noticing things.
Look, they both had sunglasses matching. Nice, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty.
But look at that. It's just a little tiny bit somewhere. That color. Real dark. Crazy for that way. Earlier it's 2, but I found the other one. It's not hard to do. Nice, correct?
Yeah.
I would appreciate it. I did see a man like that some days ago, I think. Near the bazaar, in fact.
Ah, sleeping brother.
No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Privacy, sure. Thank you. I'll be here.
Right? Oh my God.
You hear laughter and music, and you can still make out the lower half of the words "Silk Free" sticking out on the brick. The old factory is mangy. It has been many things over it. The silk factory was once the pride. You also have the red disc from the stereo. A vertical safari of stuffed animals, all loose-stitched plushies in various sizes, immobile grins. Each plushie is branded with an obviously counterfeit brand name of Zoo Textile. Next to it, the vendor has stickered each different model, each one numbered 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6. Techno-fascism is the hot new thing. Each Bulbasaur represents a beast defanged, defenseless. Within this deformity lies the essence of their irresistible cuteness. Soft, fuzzy. You scour the mound of fake flesh for the missing model. You must elevate your focus, clear your mind. You close your eyes. Plushie number 3 is you. None watch you depart. A vertical safari. None watch you depart.
Excuse me. Can you take a look at this? No, nothing like that. Please. Have you seen him before? So he does look familiar? Mi viejo, my dad. He's been missing a few days. Yeah, he probably just started walking and got lost. Old people do that kind of thing. He's kind of forgetful sometimes. Not a lot, but I'm just worried. Bagman. Yes, that was it. After Dad retired, his friend Gilmar turned him onto the reality situation. They got obsessed, had them convinced they were truth detectives. Which apparently means someone who goes around looking for evidence of invisible aircraft carriers and iodine-deficient children. Dad and Gilmar were always following up on leads and calling into the show. Felt like Bagman was encouraging them, you know? That's what I was scared of. Look, this is kind of embarrassing. My dad developed this insane theory about the payphone to the western exit of the bazaar. Dad thought certain words said into the right phone gets you attention from the wrong people. He was convinced Emter was behind it all. A couple days ago, he stopped by the stall to bring me lunch. Then he said he was going to make a call. I wasn't nervous at first. I figured there was no risk of anything actually. Yeah. It's just crazy old man shit. He probably just... They seem pretty random. Cousins, moon, reunion. On their own, sure. Together? Gibberish. His friend Gilmar called him from that phone after he'd spent the night following around some Emter guys. They were both big into the conspiracy stuff. He'd overheard something and was explaining it when the call just cut off. My dad went by his house the next day, but Gilmar wasn't there. I asked my dad if the phone call was a nightmare or if he forgot Gilmar was going on a trip. I thought maybe the show was getting into his head. Dad really believed it, though. He looked for him for 2 weeks, reported him missing. Yeah, thanks for humoring me. Don't pay too much attention to it. He'll probably turn up any day now. Please don't. There's nothing to be afraid of. Mi viejo is just old and a bit weird. And he'll Why? No! Of course I am. But what if they... It's the phone by the western entrance to the bazaar. Sometimes, when I'm standing here, yeah, they're right there. Take a look. That'll look funny on you, yeah. Cool. You need anything else? Thanks for stopping by.
On the TV, a giant wolf-like creature. Dangerous, mythical, electrifying. Suddenly, the beast roars and light floods. An acceptable mimicry of a skull lick. LED lights are distributed evenly along the blade. Durable PVC hilt with textured grip. Impressive armament. The Luz, once a powerful empire, now reconstituted as a modern techno-fascist state, the rising military and cultural power of the day. Aren't he going on trips to the Luz? Must be a high flyer, rare in Portofino. Ridiculous. These wobbling open chassis. Some Portoferans refer to Lusians as strange cousins, a nod to this island's colonial. Certainly not part of La Luz. A mere 4-hour flight, but there are no commercial flights between Portofino and the Illuminated Empire. Notice that the broadcast is in Mercian, not Lusian. Troubling, especially if Lusian cultural exports are what they primarily consume. A neurotically organized store, about 10 meters west. A morose man stands there obsessively cleaning a disc-like object. A man of strong opinion that he's not afraid to shout about, even to children. The children ignore you, entranced.
Off-brand drivers.
mass-produced excrement. These animals pleasure themselves in it. Collectors, art students, tourists, tote bag owners, the whole... You see this? Each one guaranteed for 10,000 replays. That's right. Imaginative faculties. Forgive me, friend. Too much to ask, I expect, that you're a fellow... One of a fast fading. Go ahead, browse away. My name's Petre. If you need anything, I'll be here, lamenting what's left of the culture. Picture a dog that shits, then eats it, then shits again. That should give you some people of what they consume. Plus, the world is what it is, my friend. I think still we persevere.
The vendor's eyes narrow, but
This is a media store, not the missing persons div... I try. So most of humanity... This colleague, what does it look like? The sock boy.
back in photo 24, your would-be double gurgles his ascent.
Yes, he came by here. Little commune is lost, adrift among the many wonders. He was dreaming big, I'll give him that. Your dialectical friend mistook himself for some sort of big money businessman. He wanted the bazaar to import soup. You're joking, of course. He didn't even know what a velo disc was, let alone an Einstein. To be honest, I wouldn't have wasted the stock. He seemed immune to music. Of course not. I don't sell socks. So is he all right, your man? Or what? Yes, yes. I'll be blunt. Because they've been especially active here recently. Usually they just let things slide. All the Lucian merchandise. Good for everyone. But these days, they're staring right at us. Unblinking. If you ever expand to ears, let me know. My point is, your colleague was asking questions. Now, something's obviously happened, and here you are, also asking questions. Given the current climate, no one wants to answer these questions, least of all, me. Then I would attempt to educate, obviously. I'm not some kind of street hustler, friend. My merchant... I'll tell you what I told your sock friend. Speak to the boatman down by the West docks. He's the one who knows the underground goings-on around here. We're just the vendors. The cool one. Excessive sunglasses. Wonderful. If you want to talk media formats, I'm your man. This other stuff... Strange how? Format or content? More cheap calories to sate the masses. An Einzelton XR. Where did you get this? Einzelton hasn't been available to regular consumers for a decade. A disc in good condition is worth thousands of sol to people who appreciate its wonders. Provided it's well cared for and unplayed. And what? You thought to defile a corpse a little more just for fun? Better they recalled them all years ago. Better a mass manufacturing fault than this, to save them from this humiliation from being passed around like...
A light switch flips off in his eyes. He handles it as reverently as if it were...
I'm sorry. UV can only be ultraviolet. Degenerate Lucian electrodrosser. There's a new fabricated star every day, it seems. But she's the top of today's pile. Do I look like I'm 14 years? The fact that it's committed to Einzelton suggests it's some kind of promo copy. This ultraviolet has gone missing at the moment. Kidnapped by counter-fascist radicals, whatever that means. Lucian marketing plot, if you ask me. Don't try to brighten my day. Things like her make me all... None of this is the Einzeltones' fault, of course. They can't control what gets seared upon them. Yeah. I assume fondling a human corpse would also make you feel pretty weird. Again, playing with... You seem to have misunderstood my soliloquy. It's done. Norma, I hope you dispose of it with dignity. I think a private ceremony would be most appropriate. I'm afraid not. The format is near obsolete. Einzeltone is the past, yet it contains the future. So, your question is, Petre, how do I reanimate a corpse? I would class it as necrophilia. I'll be honest, the thought is so... Theoretically, it might be possible. You would have to repolarize, re-remanence processing, probably a concentrated magnetic flip, neodymium grader. It would involve some custom gear, no doubt, but my answer to your distressing question is yes. I think you could. Why don't you film it and make a snuff disc out of it? One for the techno... Don't ask me about this again. I feel unclean. Missing? Is he? I'm not surprised. That fool and his friend would wander into the jaws of a lion if they were told to. That TV show. Idiot with a bag on his head, your regular stop for hysterical lies, paranoia. Every night at 9 p.m. The old fool was always regurgitating whatever he had heard on there the next day. It's no wonder. Shelves are over there. Mostly crass replayable formats, but such is the degenerate society we live in. You'd like to hear more? I judge you to be a woman of culture. You... Maybe not.
A low, tilting shelf. Various sections are separated by narrow plastic dividers, each one labeled with the same... A single label fills up Leloux's state-sanctioned popular music.
Have you met fans of the slop? If I leave it out front, I'll spend the evening scraping fluids off the jewel cases. What galls me is that it doesn't matter how I label any of it. These animals thank me for being thorough, then buy two.
A baffling assortment. Hairdresser music, children's choir.
And what exactly would you call adults who fawn over dolled-up starlets too young to... Don't tell me you're one of them. Never is the only sane answer. Do you understand now? You were warned. Abundantly. By the labels, not my fault.
Various sections are separated. You turn your attention away. You approach the steel door. Faint oxidation haze. No response. It's locked. Still locked. Try one of the many doors. There's still no response. You step back from the door. You flip the shutter lock open from the inside. The Guardia Municipal. The largest corporate entity in Portofino, a monopoly over the city's. Hard to argue with a non-existent point. but not dead, he reckons, by the way his face curdles. That's a lot of skepticism around. That monkey. Scaly reliefs and cracked plates, like some diseased armor. Common boar deterrents, loud noises and strong smells such as predator urine, placed in strategic locations.
Yeah.
As you step away, the Jeep.
I did it. You know, I kind of like trying to finish up the 10.
Mm-hmm.
But that's crazy. I don't know if I can move on and save this and then just come back later on. That's crazy.
I think you can.
I'm just gonna save it.
Pick a coloring book.
That's crazy. That's the only first time that I really couldn't freaking find. I'll take a break and then I'll come back later. I think you're good. Yeah. The early retirement.
Yep. Early retirement.
Canned beverages are lined up like brightly coloured soldiers, neatly regimented behind coiled springs. The can makes a pleasant funk as it lands. The refreshments remain. A film of water, grief. Designed and built in Portofino, back when the city still had the industrial capacity to manufacture on this scale by itself. Cold, rough. You scan up and down the docks for machinery, but find none. The crane may lift imported and stolen. Seabirds squabble. The man gives no indication of...
Huh? Oh. Blow out. Oi. Yes. Yeah. No. Oh, that's tomorrow.
With awkward reverence, you approach the street shrine. A spectacle of portafir. A collection of cheap, each heavy with significant. Between them lie offerings and totems. Ouroboros black. Outslide a few steps. Paper ages quickly. Rite of passage. It's an exit visa. Permission to travel freely out of Portofino. An elderly man. Cruel indifference to his guest. Augustino. The name.
Who knows? The document, yes. City issued. Holographic stuff. You pinch your eyes tight, but no words come. And why would they? You know what Polaris is. You're right. It's too nice. Polaris. Your words echo through the alley. Polaris doesn't answer. You've just desecrated a shrine. For nothing. Polaris in the darkness. Unwise to your presence. A lanky young man presses a... It practically clings to it, like a shipwreck's...
I don't know how much time we have. You have to help me fill it in.
No use. Sucked deep into the abyssal vortex of lust.
Tell me, I'm not meeting your expectations. Tell me, I'm a worm before the mystery of the gap. So close. She thinks I work with the mouth breathers in the trade office. In this suit? Unbelievable. Yes, I saw your colleague, hanging utterly deflated from this very payphone. It was despicable. Like the wretched of the earth, abandoned to shoulder a massive, indescribable burden all by himself. I could hardly look at him. much, and I so little. The power differential is grotesque, highly problematic. Don't change it. I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing. I question. Please. I need to feel like my position. Tell me you'll report me to human capital if I displease our counterparties. Oh, I think I forgot someone's title. Oh my God, you can't do that to me. But you really, really should.
The brightly coloured cans seem even more vivid upon your return. The refreshments remain dormant. The brightly coloured cans seem even more vivid upon your return. The refreshments remain.
You're not Portaferan. Vows like that? I don't think so. I was going to say you look Mercian, but now I hear your accent. You sound it.
What happened, sugar tits? You get lost? Or are you just looking for company?
Animals. That's how it is with most pilots, though. Here. We're all strangers in this city. Why don't you join us? We've got nothing better to do.
Just another foreign money, man. City's been full of them lately.
Stuck-up little shit. Strolled in one evening, couple of nights back, picked up the phone and hasn't let go of it.
We all want our turn, sugar. The miracle line.
It's just a sex line, Marcia, though admittedly a formidable one.
He's here every damn day. Stays on the line for hours. Doesn't care one bit if anyone else has had a turn or not. Only shuffles off once the sun sets. Nothing to be jealous of. He's an empty suit. Not even the decency to be sad. Let him rot in him wealth.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people. Ignore them, Marcia. They have no idea how money works.
Believe me, we've all had enough of the phone hugger.
Ex-pilots. Does Joe there look like he could get anything up, let alone a plane? Loud Joe. He doesn't talk much. I'm Pigeon. That's Slava over there.
I did clockwork freight. Perishable goods, fruits, marrow fish, whatever's...
Military. Laojiao was what they call a lamprey, people smuggler. Legally, yes, but all his cargo were there voluntarily. Zhao ran low-altitude missions in and out of the territories for, what, just high risk. The only reward is what happens to you when you get caught. Of course, a more technical pilot might have made it out, but...
Slava used to be the name of a fishing port company out of the north. My main cargo for a while. Packages stunk to high hell.
Guess.
All signs aren't meant to be flattering. So if he was named after a bird known for its wayfinding.
Sure.
Man's got no compass. Him couldn't make it to the...
Joke's on you all anyway. If you say so.
Please, sugar. We can't deal with any more competition. The money man has us down to quickies.
It's always connected, that's what. No dialing, no choice to call anyone else. You pick up that phone over there, done.
Duchess. Duchess.
It's not just that, though. Whatever you like, whatever happens to be a thing, she has a way of finding it.
A tremendous honeypot, in other words.
Will you look at that?
Now where did a sweet thing like you pick that up?
You used to see a few of these floating around, but not for years. Figure it was from before that phone was permanently hooked up.
Why does everything have to be about money these days?
Oh, Slava would just love that, wouldn't you?
Better than most humans I know.
If it is about money, it's not in any way that concerns us. Line's been free for as long as any...
I got nothing to hide. Can't speak for pigeon.
You want to tell us, don't you? Come on, what's it? Submissive, eh?
Come on, sweet lips. How does she punish you? Give me the deed. Oh, that's good. Like a big slab of bloody meat. I like that. I might use...
I used to ask for some kinky stuff, but it's not like that anymore. Duchess and I are friends now. That's what you think, Messiah. Talk to a person for long enough, it's inevitable you end up becoming close. Provided, of course, you don't spend all that time asking. In fact, regarding Duchess, I have a favor I need someone to do for me. You don't think you could help me? I bought a gift for Duchess's kids some time ago, but I haven't been able to track myself all the way up there. Can you give it to her for me? Thank you, Marcia. Honest. Wait a minute. Here. Tell them. Grandpa Sam sent it. Rim. Ah, it's just an inside joke we have going. Right. You know the housing campaign? Northwestern Party Alley. She's got a houseboat in the canal up there. Should be one of the only ones in the area. Thank you, Marcia.
Until next time, sugar.
Oh, it's you. What? That's so dangerous. You could have been killed. Or worse. Maybe you're right. But for the record, I don't expect you to help me like this. And if you want... Thank you. Gilmar had been snooping around the waterlock to the east of the bazaar when he got snatched. That might be the... just don't get hurt. And please, please come back. Oh, that's, Ultravioleta, the Lusian pop star. Always thought that type of music was too young for... No. Weird disc, that. Oh, you should ask Petre at the music stall over there. He'll know more. Doubt he's an ultra, though. Thanks for stopping by.
The fire exit stands conspicuous. Wrong. Ball wants to play, not wedge. A hallway. It's just a fine place to hide in a moment. No, it's a trap. Must be destroyed. The fire exit remains ajar, ball wedged into the crack. It's a pelota. The local pelota balls are not designed for use as doorstops. Someone has elevated this ball to contraption status. It's just a ball in a door. A shortcut. But whose? A hallway. It's just a fine place to hide. No, it's a trap. Must be destroyed. You pocket the ball and close the fire door firmly. The fire door is still tight. The door sits flush inside